Hey there, it's Deb. My Maine garden's in my Maine kitchen on a beautiful, chilly early October day. And I'm gonna tell you, allergies are getting to me. I don't know what it is, but if I sound nasally, that's why. So enough about my nasal passages. We're gonna make a fun project today. I've never done this before, so we're gonna do this together for the very first time. I'm gonna make a little chipmunk fairy garden. I know. So here's the thing. I have this chipmunk in my garden, and I know chipmunks aren't good for gardens and they can destroy plants and blah, 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 blah. But this guy, Chippy, and I, we worked it out this summer. So he's moved into an area of my garden between my hostas. And so he hasn't been disruptive at all. He's got his little holes, his little tunnels, and his little condo down there. And I just think he's cute. I see him, he eats my bird seed. He fills up his cheeks and takes them back to his little hidey hole. And so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna make him his own little pumpkin house. So what I've got here is a pumpkin. That's what we're gonna start with. And my plan is to cut a big kind of door for him here. And then that will sort of create his entry portal. So I just sketched it out with a permanent marker after I washed the pumpkin, and it was still wet when I did that, but you get the picture, right? And now I'm just gonna carve it. And then we'll go from there. So let's have fun. Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna start carving this baby out. I have an assortment of knives. I never really know which ones I wanna use. I tried to put the line going down a natural line in the pumpkin to make it easier to carve. So we'll just go for it. Oh, that's pretty easy. And carve. Look at that. Oh, look at that beautiness. I love how that smells. Oh, I just love it. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean up this edge, get rid of any permanent marker in case, I don't know, in case an animal eats this later. I don't want any wildlife consuming any permanent, I can't say that, marker. So I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now I may have to, see how that's tipping back? I'll probably have to set something underneath the back of that in the garden, but we'll cross that bridge. So now what I'm gonna do is just clean out all of the insides. All right, let's do it. Doesn't that look good? Oh, if I were a chipmunk, I'd want to hang out in there. All right, so next, we're gonna make the runway, okay? Or the pathway, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna take, stand by. All right, this is the piece we cut out, remember? I'm gonna clean this up. Clean it all up. Careful with sharp objects. Slippery. So yeah, be careful. Let's try this instead. That's better. Spoon it. All right. And again, I'm gonna cut off any of the permanent marker off the pumpkin because I don't want any little critters ingesting that if they decide to eat pumpkin, which is not unlikely. Be interesting to see if the chipmunk hangs out in here, or the squirrels, or both, or the big crows. We'll see. When I bought this from a local farmer who has just a ton. I don't grow my own pumpkins, but I would love to one day. But I don't really need to, because where I live in Maine, it seems like they're abundant at every farm stand and garden center. But the farmer I bought this from was interesting. Yeah, this is just not a big pumpkin. And he said that he doesn't have a lot of big pumpkins this year, that the crop just didn't grow that big, mostly for lack of rain. We just didn't have a lot of rain in Maine, and a lot of our crops suffered for that. Okay, so this is gonna be cool. Move this out of the way. So we're gonna have this, and then what we're gonna do is set that out. Look how cute that is. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm gonna pull that back there. So this will be a little pathway for Chippy to get into his new lovely home. I would live here if I was Chippy. But I wanna give Chippy some food. So I'm gonna go through the insides. It's not, it feels good. And I'm gonna just throw some seeds in here. And because I spoil him or her, I'll probably throw some bird seed in too. And then, oh, I love this time of year. So I'll finish this up, put some seeds in, and then you and I will go set this baby up in Chippy's neighborhood, and we'll see if Chippy likes it. All right, let me show you where our, oh, look how cute this is. So this is Chippy's entrance, and that's Chippy's exit, or that could be the exit, and that could be the entrance. Don't know. But anyway, so I set his new little pumpkin house up right there. Cozy, tucked it into my plants, my geraniums. And actually what I did, I'll just show you, is I put the curved side on the outside and the flat side on the inside of the pumpkin. And then I threw in, you can see there's some seeds in there, the pumpkin seeds. And then I added in some bird seed. I think this chipmunk is probably the most spoiled chipmunk, at least in my neighborhood. And then look at this. I had this cute little house in another bed, and this was made by a local potter. I've always loved it. That's sweet. So I just put that in there. We've got a little display. Now, let's wait and see how Chippy likes it. All right? Thanks for hanging out with me in my Maine gardens. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come on, Chippy. Come on. Come on.